Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about evaluating and writing algebraic expressions. The reason why we do this is so we can predict, based on patterns, the answers to the problems. Okay? So, we're going to talk about a couple vocabulary words that we're going to need to know. First is a variable. A variable is a symbol that represents one or more numbers. It's usually a letter. Usually we use the variable x, but sometimes they might use an A, a B, or any letter of the alphabet. Okay? The next thing is an algebraic expression. That is a mathematical phrase with at least one variable. So it doesn't have to have an equal sign. An expression doesn't have an equal sign. It's just a phrase that contains at least one variable. Okay, here are some examples of a word phrase that I have turned into an algebraic expression. Okay, so here, a temperature of T degrees increases by 5 degrees. So I have to look for keywords. I see a T and I see a 5, so I'm going to use that. Then I see the word increases. That's going to be addition. So I'm going to say T plus 5 is my algebraic expression. Okay, below I have 5 cats fewer than C cats. Okay, I have the number 5 and the variable C. The word fewer tells me it's going to be subtraction. So it's going to be C minus 5. So whatever numbers I plug in here into these equations, it's going to be a pattern, and we're going to continue. So say the temperature is 1 degrees, then it increases by 5, so now it's 6 degrees. The temperature is 2 degrees, it increases by 5, so it's 7 degrees. So every time you're adding 5. Same with here. If you have 8 cats, minus 5 is 3 cats. So what you do when you get something like this, you're just waiting for what the variable equals, and then you're going to plug it in. Let's look at a few more examples. Okay, here are a couple more examples. The product of 5 and n nickels. So I know I have a number 5, a variable n, and the word product means multiplication. So I would set this up 5n. Okay, notice there's no sign between that, but when I have a variable and a number right beside each other, I know I'm going to multiply. Okay, here's another one. A dinner bill of D dollars divided among 5 friends. So I have D, I have 5, and I have the word divided. So I know I'm going to take D divided by 5. I put it in fraction form because a fraction is just the same thing as division. Okay, let's practice writing an expression. Say you had the question, swimming in meters per minute for 6 minutes. Okay? So we have to think about what kind of expression am I going to write. Well, I have the letter M, and I have 6. So I know if I'm swimming in meters for 1 minute, that would be 1 times M. If I'm swimming for 2 minutes, that would be 2 times M. But I'm swimming for 6 minutes, so that's 6M would be my answer. Let's take a look at the second one. 12 heartbeats more than X heartbeats. Okay, more than, I know that's addition. And I have the number 12 and the number X. So I'm going to say 12 plus X. Now let's look at this in reverse. What if they give us the expression and want us to write a word phrase? Okay, so I have X, I have 2, and I have addition. So I could create any word phrase I wanted. I'm going to create X more dogs than 2. More means I'm going to add X, 2, X more dogs than 2. Lastly, we're going to talk about evaluating expressions. Say they give you an expression, there's a variable involved. They're also going to give you what the variable equals. So here I have 2 times P, because that's just multiplication even though it's not there, plus 7. So I don't know what P is, so I'm going to look up here. P equals 2, so I'm going to plug it in. 2 times 2 plus 7. Then I have to use my order of operations. I'm going to multiply first. 2 times 2 is 4. plus 7 is 11. Let's look at this one. This one is all variables. P plus parentheses n times s. So I'm going to plug them all in. P is 2. N is 3. Oop, this is supposed to be an x, excuse me. X is 5. So I'm going to use my order of operations. Parentheses first. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 2 is 17.